Hey y'all, this is Eric with Perry Hill Farms, and today we're going to be working on the raised beds. The last weekend, Eric and Danette and Jason and them were working on the main garden planting, and I was spraying our yard for Bahia grass. You live in the south, it's tough. We got a lot of grass that we cut, but I tried spraying that, and I worked on preparing our raised beds. We had some tomato plants that I had planted later, and they just weren't doing well. And we had a lot of rain, real hot. So I pulled those up. We have secured these beds with some worm compost, and I had some extra compost that we did from our cows' hay last year. So we feed the cows in the same spot. We take that, I take it up with the tractor, wherever they poop in it and stomp in it. I put that in a big pile, and we've composted it over the last 8 or so months. And I came and topped these off, and so I'm about to break this dirt up a little bit, and we're going to plant some lima beans, some running lima beans here. We're going to plant some rattlesnake green beans on the little hoops. Just a little bit, since we didn't have great success on the last project over there. And then this other bed, we have some salad seed coming from Hoss Tools, which should be here tomorrow. Now it's a little windy today. There's a tropical storm coming up, so we may be getting some rain tomorrow and the next day. So I'm gonna try to get these beans in the ground so they can capture some of that rain. Hopefully we're in an area where it's not going to get a lot of rain, but we'll get some rain. But first thing I want to do is I'm going to break this dirt up a little bit and kind of get it ready to plant. I'm going to do both beds, and then I'm going to get these planted. All right? Y'all. So just spent a little time basically what I call softening up the dirt. Since it rained on it, it was composted and still a little moist from where I kept it under the tarp. I broke it up when I first put it in there, but it's a little clumpy. I tried to break the dirt up so that it's more like this right here. And it's a little dry now because we haven't had much rain in the last week or so, but soil looks good. We're going to go ahead and start planting, and we're running on this Christmas lima beans. We're going to try that on these trellises, and then I'm going to plant about 2, maybe 3 plants between each post. They're all running, so we don't want them to get too heavy or where it bends it over. And then on the trellises over the 2 raised beds, I'm going to plant some rattlesnake beans or green beans. And we're probably going to plant about 2 plants on each side and let them run to the middle. And that way we can hopefully harvest some more green beans this fall that we can put up in can. And so we've been trying to, eat healthier, just try to be healthier. And, obviously the best way to eat healthy is to grow your own stuff if you can. And that's why we're trying to use compost and some natural things, and not so much just everything chemically fertilized. But we still use some for certain things, but we're trying to do it more natural. And we're learning, and as we learn, we're trying to share with you. Eric, my brother-in-law, is a much better gardener than I am, and I'm learning this as an adult. So just to give you a heads up, I'll keep it going. I'll video me planting, and these lima beans, basically, we plant them an inch deep. So an inch is basically, to my first knuckle. And I'll plant these beans, and then I'll prepare this other bed, and I'll show you also where I got my compost from, how I did that. I may have done that in another video, but in case you're just coming on our channel and seeing, I'll show you where I got the compost, what it looks like, and how I keep it covered. So, alright, time to plant. Alright, so we like to get our stuff from Haas Tools. Eric does most of that ordering for us, and he's been watching their channel for a long time. But that's where we order our seeds, Haas Tools. And our lettuce seed usually would have been here by now, but Haas Tools right now, just like everybody, is a little bit behind. But usually they have the seed to us. Eric says usually the next day. But ours is coming tomorrow. We saw the email today that ours will be here tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow evening, if it's not raining, I'll be able to plant our lettuces and stuff over here in this bed. But lima bean, Christmas pole limas. So 85 days to maturity. So this is mid-August. By the time we get into October, September, October, November, that is pretty much fall for us. We don't have much of a winter here. But we're gonna go ahead and plant these beans, and I'll time lapse this so you won't be bored with that. Okay, so I fixed up this bed, just loosened up the dirt some. I'll probably do it one more time before I plant the lettuces, but down this row right here where these little hoops are, I'm gonna plant some rattlesnake beans, a couple on this side and a couple on that side, and let them run up and meet in the middle. And hopefully we'll be able to walk under this hoop up under here and pick snap beans. So that's our goal. Also, I'm gonna give you a little rundown here. We had some raspberry bushes that I just didn't like them. They didn't do well, not as well as our blackberries. So I'm gonna replace some blackberries here. It gets a little more shade here than our other two areas, but I think they'll propagate fine in here, and we can keep them fertilized and hopefully have a few more blackberry bushes here. I may try our raspberries in a different area and see if that works any better. But just let you look at the chicks there. They're all at summertime hot. They're all under there. But anyways, we'll get these planted. So this is what we're going to be planting today. Rattlesnake pole beans. So I'm going to show you inch deep. So we're going to get it down here, and I'm just going to push that at about knuckle deep and just cover it with some soil. And we're going to do that all the way down. Alright, so got them planted, and yesterday while Denise and I were in town running about doing some errands, and Eric and Danette and Jason then started on the hog pens. And so there'll be a whole video on that, so you'll see little hog pens I got built. And I'll run down here and give you a little update on the goats and the cattle as we finish up this video. Alright, so walk behind there's the raised beds behind the chicken coop, and we're going to walk down here. I'm going to show you where the compost pile is kept, where we get our compost. And so I'll show you at least how we do it, and we're learning, so hopefully we'll get better at this stuff. Denise is in there. I think she may be clipping the goats' hooves. Well, I've been working on that, but so we get back here behind the goats. Y'all getting in trouble? Huh? We'll see. There's Sassafras. Hey, Sassy. Come and Piper. Want to come say hey? You want to give some love? Huh? Look at you. You want to tell everybody hello? But anyways, you walk up here. So we'll put this hay ring back here, somewhere down here in this bottom or up on that hill right there. And once I feed them there, these round bales, through the winter, I like to do it in the same spot because they poop and pee, do all their business on top of the hay, and it builds a good reserve. And then with the tractor, I scoop it up and I bring it outside the gate. We put it over here in this pile. So after late winter, I started taking this stuff and the pile went from here to there. And that pile consists of what you see on the edge here. And it was all basically just wet poop and hay. And now it's breaking down into this dirt and like this. And so it may not be 100% the best compost, but it's what we have, and we use it and it seems to work pretty good. And there's Levi paying a visit to the pigs, and hopefully we'll get the walls up to that soon. But this is life on the farm. Just getting a little stuff done on Sunday before it rains. I'm on call on Mondays and Tuesdays, so I usually work late. But I'll do a little sign off. We'll let you do it this way if I can. We'll let you see when we start getting some of the pole beans up, and hopefully see how it looks when we harvest them. All right? Stumpy always says, a simple life is a much more enjoyable life. God bless.